you are not who you think you are. You know, the greatest of all suppressions is the suppression of knowledge of who we really are. Where I'm coming from is that what we are is a point of attention within infinite awareness. And that point of attention can be just a drop. And that point of attention will say, I'm Ethel, I work at the checkout, that's all I am. I've got no power. I just check out the stuff and go home. I've got no power, me. Everyone else has got the power. Point of attention with an infinite awareness. Or you can expand your understanding and your perception and realize that you can be as much of this infinite awareness as you choose to expand into. And when you do that, your whole perception, the point from which you look at the world completely changes. You've gone from here, I don't understand it, it's all bewildering to me, and suddenly you don't see pixels anymore, you see pictures. You don't see strands, you see patterns, you can see how it all fits together. And the only difference between those 2 points of perception are, I am little me, I am all that is, has been, and ever can be, having that experience. Because this is the basis of the whole hoax. It's to persuade that point of attention that it is what it's experiencing. It's to persuade it that the I is its name, its race, its religion, its life story, its income bracket, its culture. No, that is not who we are. That is what we are experiencing. But the whole hoax, and the postage stamp consensus, of course, is fundamental in this, is to pull that point of attention into 5 sense reality. So it perceives only basically 5 sense reality. At which point everything seems limited, everything seems I can't, it's not possible. And people self-identify, this is what I call phantom self-identify with what they're experiencing. Now, once you get there, you're in the land of it's not possible, but you're also in the land of infinite possibility to divide and rule the target population and play the target population off against each other, so that we're fighting each other over race and religion and income and all that stuff, while the same strings are being held by the same hands of everybody. All it is, Brian, is a self-identification from I am my experiences, I am my name, and all those labels, I call it label consciousness, into I am infinite awareness having those experiences. And everything changes. What you see changes, what you perceive changes, the way that you live your life changes, what you can manifest changes for reasons I can get into. It's a simple interaction of energy based on frequency. But look what's happening. These labels now are being subdivided into the minutiae of self-identity, to the point where we now have lists of letters like a game of Scrabble to describe self-identity. I am an LBGGG. This is not about whether you are sexually attracted to the same sex. It's not whether you feel, I don't feel right in this body. That's a separate thing. And of course there has to be no discrimination about that. But what's happening, especially with children and the young, preparing them for where this world is being taken, is they're being encouraged to question sexuality and gender when they weren't questioning it before. And what's happening is the minutiae of detail of self-identity is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And if you look at the hierarchy of political correctness, basically the smaller the minority, the smaller the minority, you go to the top of the hierarchy of political correctness, the minutiae of self-identity. And what this is doing is pulling self-identity, I am infinite awareness, all that's been, has been, and ever can be. I'm a point of attention within infinite possibility. It's pulling it further and further from that perception into subdivision and subdivision and subdivision of the minutiae of self-identity. It's being done purposely and at the moment very effectively.
So it increases fear and anxiety, and it's all part of that master plan.
Every time you create a new self-identity, you have another self-identity to play against other self-identities. Summed up a few weeks ago, I don't know if you saw this in the paper, when a transgender person and a feminist person had a punch-up in the street. I mean, this is classic. And just more and more fault lines to divide and rule us. But once you re-self-identify, yes, I am a point of attention with infinite awareness, but so are you of the same infinite awareness. You who call yourself a different race, you who call yourself a different sex, you who call yourself a different gender, you too are points of awareness in the same infinite awareness. Therefore, we're all each other. And each point of attention is a unique point of attention. So once you come into this, this wider, expanded self-identity, it's not like, oh, we're all infinite awareness, so we're all the same. No, that's what happens when you go into the minutiae of self-identity. That's why everything becomes, basically the same, this postage stamp consensus. Once you come into the state of expanded awareness, you absolutely celebrate diversity, true diversity. You celebrate your uniqueness, because you may be a point of attention within the same infinite awareness, but you're a unique point of attention.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.